A very good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Well, last time around, I saw you in the orientation program of students who were scheduled to study at Aviotrace School of Technology. You said that aeronautical engineers in Nepal don't really have a lot of things to do. Could you elaborate on that?
Yeah, sure. Actually, you know, before talking about the aeronautical engineer, we have to understand about what is the academic and what is the professional course. I think this will be very good.
Yeah.
So academic course is basically about the 4 years degree, and professional course means there is no time durations to complete the particular course. The course is designed so it's like ultimately after completion of course they will get the some skill and some certifications, but bachelor degree only talks about the 4 years duration plus that certifications. And so aviation industry is much more different from the civil aviation, civil engineering, mechanical engineering, chemical engineering, all those things. So basically aviation industry talk about the license before entering the field. So aeronautical degree talks about only certificate. Degree is not talks about license and skills, all those things. It talks about some technical software.
So it is quite disjointed from what actually takes place inside an airport.
Yes. So that's why this is the pool of degree programs, and it talks about only research, developments, and manufacturing. And what's going in activities around the airport premises means maintenance activities, right? And manual and all those things.
I think that aeronautical engineering would come in handy, for example, in France or the United States of America, where they manufacture a lot of aircraft.
Yes, because aeronautical degree talks about how to design the aircraft, and based on the environment, based on the requirements, what should be the design, and what should be the performance, and what should be the propulsions, and all those things. So aeronautical engineering is basically for the designing, manufacture, and research.
So what were your experiences after you came back? You studied in India, right? So as soon as you came back to Nepal, it should have been a shock to you to realize that there is not a lot of scope for aeronautical engineers here.
Yes. Basically, there is scope for the aeronautical engineer also, because we don't have much of industry similar pattern. But like Nepal, there is no research center, there is no manufacturing unit, and so there is no designing company. So ultimately you have to go in an airlines company. So what they are doing, airlines company means they will take the aircraft from the manufacturer, and they are only for the they are operating the aircraft means. So aeronautical engineer can work in airlines. I'm not saying they are not useful and they cannot work in airlines. They can work for the airlines also. But the working, the study pattern is not correlated with the working pattern. Means they are aeronautical degree talks about the much of theoretical knowledge. So how to design the aircraft, what is the aerodynamics, and what should be the performance, what should be the propulsion and all those things. But airlines and the work will be like how to maintain the aircraft, and what are the maintenance tools required, and how to certify the certain parts, and how to certify the whole aircraft. They talks about the maintenance only. So that's the problem. So the problems is before joining the aeronautical engineer, we don't know about the what is the application of aeronautical engineer. And we was thinking about, so if we study the aeronautical engineer, we can work for the airlines, and we can do the maintenance activities with the aircraft, and we are thinking like that. But the thing is not actually like that.
Yes. So was it this difference between what you read and what you actually saw in our country that led you to join Aviotrace?
Not actually like that, because I love working as a professional environment and wearing the formal, and works as a formal environment. And I work for the airlines also, and so I always prefer the official job, office environment job, but not in a field job. So that working with all the tools, and so that's, I don't like this type of job. That's why still I'm in Aviotrace, and we are conducting all the education activities throughout the organization.
So you said that you like it very, very formal, things should be
Yes.
very official, in other words. But
yes.
when I first saw you, you had really long hair, which many people would not really think of as official.
Yes. So yeah, I think before 2 years I was having the long hair, and so I like long hair with official uniform. Even I much enjoy that life also. That's fine.
So was it something that came in the way of teaching? Because sometimes students tend to look at you very, very differently if you've got long hair, or if you wear funny dresses, for example. And I'm someone in that department too, because I don't really care about the dress I'm wearing, or about my looks, or about my hair. And sometimes people do tend to look at you a bit negatively.
Yeah, it's happened, but I cannot share the full story. What's that event? So basically, I want to talk about my perceptions, and I don't care about the long hair and dress, because the dress and long hair matter only in where you are. So if you are going office, so if you are the manager, so you have to maintain your positions, and the dress will matter, and your hair position will matter, and all the body style will matter to working as a manager. So long hair is not only the problem. Okay, so how you can maintain, this will be the this will be the thing, and this can matter, because for negative and positive, I'm having the much of the memory about the negative and positive memories, and so I don't want to share the that negative memory, but I was having that negative memories, but I take as like this is very simple,
as a part of your life,
this is
something
part
that
of the
happens
life.
to everybody.
Yes.
Okay. So how is aircraft maintenance engineering now very, very different from aeronautical?
Yes.
Does it simply have to do with the fact that there is a lot of practical in the course, or how does it work?
Yeah. So as I previously shared the knowledge about the aeronautical degree. So aeronautical degree only talks about the theoretical things and designing concept, research concept, and how we can make the perfect design. So basically, aircraft maintenance, that course talks about how to maintain the aircraft. Okay, they will study the theoretically and practically. And aircraft maintenance engineering, which we are conducting in Aviotrace Nepal School of Technology premises, this course overtly talks about the theoretical and practical also.
Both of them?
Yeah, both of them.
Because you've got about 16, 17 modules?
Yes, we are to complete the our course, 2 years course. You must complete the 12 modules, and with the practical classes, which is conducting in every semesters. So compared to the aeronautical engineering, if we talk about the maintenance activities, and maintenance engineering can get enough experience related to the field, I mean aviation industry.
Yeah, one of the things that always staggers me about Aviotrace School of Technology is that you've got a plane in your premises. And whenever I have to say where I am, if I am at this school, I say just come to the college where there's a plane.
Yes, yes. So seeing the plane also, aircraft also, you can analyze the these guys are providing the experience in aircraft also. So we are having ZSIM 41 aircraft, and so we will provide. So throughout the 2 years journey, we will provide the different activities. Means that practical experiences. I mean, in that engine sections and the control software sections and landing gear sections and fuselage sections. So all those things we are providing the practical experience also.
Yeah, it does help to have an aircraft here. But yesterday I was talking to Divas, who is another of your fellow aeronautical engineer, and he said that whenever we have to maintain an aircraft in the highest degree, you take it in a hangar, which is more or less like a closed structure where you put it.
Yes.
So is that not necessary inside the premises of this college, or how does it work?
Yeah, this is required. But so I will talk about the operator also. So hangar is the needed if you have, because the cost of the making hangar is the budget will be in a high figure. So some of the low budget airlines cannot maintain all those things. So even 145 organization need hangar also. I mean, like Aviotrace Nepal School of Technology, this type of organization need hangar also, because we are not operating the we don't have the airworthy condition aircraft. So that's why that's why
so if you have an aircraft which you can actually fly, then you need a hangar.
Somehow we can say like that.
Okay, so you touched upon the fact that 145 school needs a hangar, but as far as I know, this is a 147 school, right? So what are the differences?
Okay, so in academic course, I think we might heard about university, something like, right? So university make the syllabus and all those things, and parallelly in aviation, so 147 organization is the organizations which deals about, which generate the syllabus to study the aircraft maintenance engineering, that's provide the theoretical plus authority to get the license. So simply we can say in aviation's field, so the education providing organization is the 147 organizations, and we are the organization which is affiliated through the 147 organizations. So our 147 organization is the Aviotrace Swiss, and we are the organizations, which is affiliated through the Aviotrace Swiss,
which is located in
Switzerland, and our location is located in Nepal, and our facilities and our certifications and all those things are affiliated from the Switzerland. Aviotrace Swiss.
Okay. It must have been very, very difficult to get the authority to do that, because we know that there's a lot of bureaucratic problems in our country. You go to the passport department, you see a lot of people hanging just to get one passport. So it means that you guys must have really struggled in order to get the organization running.
Yes, because we know how the activities and how the government process are running into the Nepal. So because if you want to take the Nepali citizenship and Nepali passport and Rashtriya Parichaya Patra, I think you may see the lot of that unprofessional environment, and so getting the one paper, one sign. So we must wait for the 3 years, 4 years. 4 hours.
4 hours,
right? So we were challenging different rule, and because in aviations, I think there is not much a rule which is enough, because some countries, some European countries, some Australian countries are running into the full phase, means they are manufacturing aircraft, they are designing the aircraft, they are
Also
running
legislating.
legislating. So all those things, because we don't have the lot of the rules and regulations, so that might be problem in the future, or we was facing the same problem also.
Now, since there's not a lot of stringent regulation in the aviation industry in our country, will not students who complete their course here run into difficulties later on, or do you have a separate course where they study legislation?
I mean, you are talking about after completions of this course, and they are having any problems. So there will be no problems after this course, because this is the one of the standard course. If anyone wants to join the field, means aircraft maintenance field, so they studied the enough course. I mean, the complete course. So after that, to getting the license, they only need the experience, means field experience.
Field experience.
Yes.
And how much of an experience would that amount to?
Basically 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah, this course is designed for the 2 years, and when they will complete the course, so after completion of this course, when they will have the 5 years experience, and they can get the license. So, and there is different type of license like B1, B1.1, B2, B1.3. There is different type of license, and so based on the experience, and they can get the license.
So is the licensing also done from Switzerland? Or?
So yeah, the thing is, after getting the 5 years experience, we have to apply for the license in European, different states. So after having the full of documents, means the completion of 2 years course, and after having the 5 years experience, and simply we have to submit all the required document to the authority, and they will review all the documents, and they will fulfill the legal process, and we can get the license. The processing of the getting the license is very easy, because first thing is we have to complete the requirements what they are having. This is very simple.
Now, something that runs like a contradiction is that we are banned from the European Union, right? The Civil Aviation Authority of our country.
Yes.
But we're still getting a degree from European Union. So how does this contradiction run in the school, or maybe in the aviation sector in general in our country?
Okay. So this is a very nice question, because we must understand about the way the European Union banned our flight, means they are only talking about the safety concern, not only the course and not only other activities, because they are not feeling Nepali airlines and all the organizations. They are not following all the safety protocols.
Or the Nepalese government, for that matter.
Yes, Nepali, that civil aviation authorities and all the activities, they ban, only for the safety concern. So if in the future, if we will having the high degree of the safety standardizations, so they can open any time. There is no big questions.
Yeah, I mean, since we are practically bringing the aircraft from Europe, perhaps learning the engineering procedures there will help us as well. Because even our neighbor country, India, doesn't have a lot of manufacturing of the aircrafts going on. I think that there's a large fleet that Tata Air ordered from Airbus about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So it makes sense to get an aircraft maintenance engineering license from the European Union.
The concern is, if we will take the aircrafts from the Europe, and I think this will be possibility to ban from to release from the European Union. This is not case. The thing is, Doesn't matter where you are getting the aircraft. The matter only is so how you are maintaining the aircraft. Okay, how you are operating. Are you following all operating procedure in your aerospace? The question is this. Okay. The concern is this. So it doesn't matter aircraft, and doesn't matter where you are getting the aircraft, and that doesn't matter the world age of the aircraft. The matter is, are you following all the procedure, that operating procedures? And so organization is following all the rules. Engineering are following all the rules, and the crew members is always they are following the safety rules, and they are operating the right procedures. They are following all those things. So ultimately, they talk some of the safety. So that's the main concern.
Okay. Now, one of the wonderful achievements of Aviotrace School of Technology is that you guys have everybody who's passed out from your college get into an airlines, right?
Yes.
We've got a display board over there which reads 100% success rate in terms of getting placements in certain aircraft. Now, given that the standards of the aviation sector is lower and lower, and we saw that the number of aircraft in Nepal reduced from 51 to 50 after the crash in January 15. How are you managing all of this? Must be very, very difficult to get the placements because there is a limited number of places that you can go to.
So the placement is about we are producing the quality manpower from the Aviotrace Nepal School of Technology. The main is field always require the quality manpower. If we produce the quality manpower, the demand will be high in our product. If our civil aviations need the good operating system, good quality manpower, and they have to come in our premises, right?
Yeah.
So that's why we always believe about the quality. We are maintaining the quality, giving the classes, giving the that practical experiences, all those things. So that's why we are having the contract with the different airlines. So that's why throughout all the pass out students, no one are the jobless right now. They all are the working in airlines. So we are maintaining the quality. So that's why they are giving the chance to get the job, and this is our motto. So we don't have any problem with getting the job.
Okay, so one of the things that astonishes me, and this took place when I was talking to Surendra sir, who is one of the founding members of Aviotrace. He said that he went to CTVT once, proposed that let's design a course related to aviation because we don't have a practical course in our country. And they outright dejected him and said, no, this is not possible. Or you guys can do it, but under our remit, under our umbrella, as it were. So why don't you think that our government is coming up, since we've got so much of safety concern, and that our skies are very, very different from the skies of other country? Why is our government not putting a lot of effort in order to open up schools like these in other parts of our country?
So I think our government must think about this, opening this type of schools and opening the airlines and safety concern. But I think some aviation people is not there some positions, so that's why they don't know about how to make how to collect the academic syllabus and how should be the courses, and so how we can provide all the practical experiences and how we can certify our students in the international market. I think they are having some knowledge gap maybe, or not from the aviation background maybe. So this is the making problems, because you can see, or we all can see how the aviation market is growing outside the Nepal. So if we talk about India, if we talk about the whole Europe, if we talk about the USA, the aviation market is growing very fastly. But so in Nepal, right? So in Nepal, I think our government people and authorized people not thinking about this. Means there is lack of knowledge, and and beside that we can see or we can analyze they don't want to invest education in the sector, means particularly in aviation sector. So maybe this will be the problem, or this is the reason maybe. So the thing is, no one is getting no one putting the interest particular to making the syllabus through the government process. So they are opening this. So if we talk about the TU University, they are making the all the syllabus. Many syllabus, or they are running the many colleges, right? So in aviations, why they are not putting effort means, I think maybe there is a lack of manpower through the aviation also. This will be the one of the reason maybe.
Well, I think that there is a bit of effort they're putting, because we have a certain course of aeronautical in Pulchuk Engineering Campus as well. It was introduced a few years ago. Do you have any idea about what that is?
Yes, I have idea about that also. In Pulchuk campus, recently they launched the bachelor's programs. They are conducting like bachelor's programs in aerospace engineering, and this is the again bachelor's programs academic course, and they are not providing the practical experiences, all those things.
Yeah.
So again, I want to come with that research, manufacturing, and design. So the degree will talks about the only degree is talking about the research, manufacturing, and design.
So when you were studying in India, was it necessary for the institution that you were affiliated to have an aircraft like you have it here? Does aeronautical engineering necessitate that you go and practice things on an aircraft, or is it purely theoretical?
So in my college experiences, we work on propulsion sector.
Propulsion.
Yeah. And so we work as a so we was having the practical classes like that. So how to engine works.
How does engine
yes
work? Yeah.
And so what is the design criteria, what should be the design, what is the basic principles of the designing the engines, and the shape of the aircraft, and all those things. So we studied much about the designing concept.
So is the thing that you studied there quite similar to the course that you're running here? Say, are there many sections that overlap between aircraft maintenance engineering and aeronautical?
Yeah, basically, I already talked about the aeronautical degree also. So the difference is aeronautical engineering talks about what is the aviations, and what is the aircraft, and what should be the shape, and how we can design that shape, and we talks about the propulsions and performance, all those things. And if we talk about the maintenance, so they already designed the aircraft, they manufacture the aircraft, and they are working in airlines, means so they particularly focus on the maintenance. So they talks about what is the aircraft, and what is the shape of aircraft, and how we can maintain as airworthy conditions.
Okay. So
that's the difference. That's the difference between aeronautical and AME.
So you're simply not running the aircraft maintenance engineering course, right? You also have other things to teach for students who are interested in the aviation sector.
Yes. The thing is, we are not providing the knowledge about the maintenance also. We are providing the full course, because in a field, if we only have the maintenance activities of knowledge, this will be not enough. So we are teaching as a designing concept. We are providing the knowledge like resource concept, and we are providing the knowledge like manufacturing concept. And so throughout our experiences and all those things, and we feel like, so if we guide the student like that, and they will, they will familiar, so they can work in any type of the in environments. So nowadays we are teaching like we are teaching like, very broadly. We are not providing the maintenance concept, we are providing the whole aviation concept, maintenance, designing, research, all those things. So throughout our activities, I think they can work as a aircraft maintenance engineering. And then, so if they will have any certifications, like if they will have any trainings, they can work as the technical publications also. So broadly we are providing the various course.
Okay. So now, since you're providing a course that is affiliated to the European Union in some ways, what about the teachers? Do they also come from Europe, or are they locally made?
So for the daily activities, so taking the classes and all those things, so we are hiring the engineers from the Nepali aviations. And so in Avitrace Swiss also, instructor will come at the time of the examinations only, but so to providing the theoretical knowledge and practical experiences, all those things, we are hiring hiring through the aviation industry.
Okay, so all of them are aeronautical engineers.
Yes, all of them are
aircraft maintenance engineers.
Yes.
So the difference is that they might be licensed compared to the non-licensed ones, or is license not a really big thing for the instructors?
I think most of the instructors are they are having the license, and providing the knowledge. I think license is not required, because who are providing the knowledge here, even they are processing for the license also. So I think after 2 years and 1 year, even they all are having the license. So most of the instructor, they are having the license here.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about the license is that sometimes you've got a licensed guy who can't ride a bike, and there's somebody who doesn't have a license and he can ride very, very smooth.
Yes.
There are many offices where you go to, such as the ones related to accounting, where people who've simply studied BCom without a chartered accountant degree know all the know-hows of how a person who's related to, who has a CA degree, can do it. So it's not necessary for anybody to have a license in order to teach better, I think.
Yeah, this is not required. Just I want to clear, because they are only coming for the providing the knowledge. They are having the knowledge, that's why they are coming for the providing, right? So the license is only required in a field to rectify they are certified engineer or not. To check the aircraft and to inspect the aircraft, they are certified engineering or not. The license is required only the certified the aircraft, and for the providing the knowledge, it's not required here. So that's why we are having the different type of the instructor. Some of the instructor are having the license. They are working in Nepal, Nepali Airlines, and some of having not license, but they are still working in airlines, and very soon they are getting the license.
Okay. So this college is more or less like I don't know. You talked about Aviotrace Swiss, which is located in Switzerland. You're more or less like a college which is affiliated to Aviotrace, or is it more like a co-location?
Yeah.
So why did you not pursue, say, something from India, for example? India also has a great booming aviation industry. Perhaps it would have been easier if you had Aviotrace India, for example, something like that. not maybe the word Aviotrace is patented to Aviotrace Swiss. I have no idea about that. But wouldn't it have been easier? Or are there any other organizations from India which are trying to get an aviation course in our country?
I think before clearing all the doubts, uh, I have to explain about the what is the 145 organization and what is the 145 organizations. So first, let's talk about the 147 organizations. So 147 organization is the education providing organizations in aviation. So when they will get the knowledge through the 147 organizations, the students will work in 145 organizations. Means 145 organization is the maintenance organizations or even who operate the aircrafts. Even they can get the 145 license to do the maintenance activities. So means Switzerland means Aviotrace Swiss is the 147 organizations, and they are providing all the education activities related to the aircraft maintenance engineering. So they are affiliate. They are working as the in umbrella under the ESA.
Yes.
So ESA is the very standardized course in the world. So we always believe the safety concern and updated course, standard, and all those things. So ESA is the European Union Aviation Safety Agency. They talks about the high, safety margin and high degree of the safety. So that's why we always believe the safety. We don't believe about the safety; we follow the safety.
Okay.
That's the main concern, and they are making the very nice course, and compared to other authority, and that's why we are following the ESA course.
Yeah, I mean,
That's the main concern.
Yeah, a lot of people might not know about aircraft maintenance because we think of it. I, for example, before I knew Divas and Surendra sir and all of the people who started this lovely course, was one of those who thought that a plane flies and it's simply there, and then there's another round where they've got to fly. So I never knew that there was a regular inspection that was needed of the various parts. I thought it was more or less like a bus. For example, you take a bus somewhere, you come back, you don't automatically check anything, right? You just ride it along, something like that. And maybe that is one of the reasons why that aircraft is one of the safest modes of travel, because the maintenance engineers maintain it after each flight.
Yes. So, if we talk about all the mode of transportation, the air transportation is very safest mode because they inspect after every flight, and even before flight, they inspect the every part. I mean, what's the checking procedure in the checklist? They follow the checklist. Like there will be daily inspections. The inspections will conduct every first flight, and so before doing the flight, and they check the they assure this aircraft is airborne. This is a fit for a flight. The assurance is big part. So if he talks about the road transportations, like let's say bus, they never check any parts, tire pressure, and all those things before riding the bus.
Yeah, if everybody did that, I think buses would also be very safe.
Very safe, right? And the thing is, safety concern. So if we follow the safety protocols, and if you can assure that this part is still working and this will be working, and if you can assure all those things, and the risks will be minimum, right? So that's why air transportation is the very safest mode.
Okay. So how much for air safety, since we're in the brackets of air safety, how big a part do crew play in that? Say when the flight is taken off, how much part is there for the crew to take in order to assure the safety of the passengers? Because you also have a crew course, right?
Okay. If we talk about the safety, and to getting the ultimate consequences means, some accident events, there will be different sections. to get that events. So the crew role will be very major role. Maybe beside the crew roles, there will be technical fault also. There might be technical fault also. Might be some naturals and disasters, all those things. So the major role will be the crew roles, and if he talks about the hidden, hidden roles, there might be technical fault and all those things. If there will be technical fault, also crew can manage somehow. So it's depend upon the level of that technical fault. Okay. And all those things. So the responsibilities goes to the crew only, maybe.
Okay. So now, since crew is also responsible for safety, does the course of cabin crew also come from ESA or 147 school? No?
Yeah. For a cabin crew, they are having some sort of the training courses. And for years, they are not providing the particular course for the cabin crew, because this is the they are having the license and all those things also. Because if you talk about the ESA course, they are not having that particular course for the studying the like cabin crew. And some ITA or some organizations, they are making particular course who are hiring in airlines, who works as a cabin crew. So they have to these guys have to take some initial trainings and knowledge, all those things. So cabin crew only, basically cabin crew people basically assure the safety concerns and security threats. Why they are in a cabin means to minimize the security threats, and they minimize the safety concerns. Still, yeah.
So the cabin crew course that you have at Aviotrace School of Technology, how do you design the syllabus? So has it got to do with IATA? Do you follow the book by IATA, ICAO, or ESA?
So we follow the IATA syllabus because we teach the complete IATA syllabus, and we design like this is a complete 3-month course. And so within that 3-month course, we provide all the theoretical knowledge and all the practical knowledge. And so a series of scenarios like drill practices and all those things we are providing from here. So it's not required to take any affiliations from the anywhere. This is the only the professional course. So we are designing course like that after the completion of 3 months, and they can learn about the required knowledge to being as a cabin crew. So all the theoretical experience and theoretical knowledge and all the practical knowledge we are providing from years. So to be honest, we are not having any affiliations from any organizations. So we this is our own programs, and we have the 3-month course, and we provide all the theoretical, practical, and all those things.
Okay, so you also have a ground handling course. What does that refer to?
So ground handling is the we are having a ground handling course also. So the ground handling people deals about all the ground activities which conduct in airport area, like ticketing, departments and customer service department, and all the airport activities. So basically, the ground handling people handle all activities. So we are providing that course from here also. So this is basically 4-month course, and so we are running very nicely from here, and some of the people are getting the job repeated airlines. So this is very nice.
Okay, apart from that, what other courses do you have at Aviotrace? You've got, say, first you've got AME, which is a big part of it. You've got cabin crew. You've got ground handling,
and we are having the flying simulator and ground classes.
Okay.
This is basically for the pilot training students. So we provide a ground school in Nepal, and similarly, and parallelly, we provide the that simulator training also.
Simulator.
Yeah, and this helps to students. At the training sessions. So if they practice the simulator here, and so anyway, we are not providing the real flying in Nepal. There is no such organizations who are conducting the flying activities in Nepal. I mean, flying training activities in Nepal. So you can check the ground classes and that simulator experiences from the here, but you cannot check the real flying training from here because we are not having that facilities in Nepal. So ultimately, if you want to do the flying training, you have to go the abroad, mean South Africa, Philippines, and USA, Canada, all so these countries. And so we provide ground school and simulator.
So, what is a ground school? What are the things that they learn? So,
Yeah.
does it refer to what a pilot should do after he lands in an airport, or what is a ground handling?
That ground school, right?
Yeah,
So you are talking about ground school. So ground school basically talks about the basic principles of the that flying, basic principle of flying, how aircraft fly, and so when they will be flying schools and they have to clear the 8 to 9 subjects. So we are teaching that subjects in Nepal. So there will be navigations and radio communications, aerodynamics, and talk about the engine performance, all those things, human factor. So we are teaching this all subject here. We are providing the short introductions about that subjects. And when they will be in a flying schools and they feel like they can easily clear all the subjects. And so the flying the pilot requirement is if anyone wants to do the pilot training, they must complete the +2 with math and physics. So they are not having the aviation knowledge all about, right? So that's why if they have the basic concept about the flying experiences and all the modular activities, and I think this will be easy to clear all the exam when they will be in a flying school.
So, what are the requirements of establishing a flying school? Since you've got so many things already running here, you've got the cabin crew, you've got the ground handlers, you've got the aircraft maintainers. Why not flying school?
Yeah, we we are thinking to run the flying school also, because this is a very complicated process and it's need the use investment, all those things. So this will be our pilot project. Yeah. So
you need to get a flight. You need to have an aircraft that really flies.
You really fly, and we need to have the instructor to teach the flying, and we need to have all the facilities, and we need to have the training airport and all those things, because this is the very huge investment, and we are learning something in aviations. So in the future.
So why are many students going only to South Africa or to Philippines? Why not India, for example, which is a lot more accessible?
So basically doing the flight training involved much of things like budget, quality of training, affiliation, and all those things. So if you go in South Africa, so the price is minimum, right? And so you can complete the training at a time, and they are providing the nice aircraft, right? And the main thing is they are providing the ESR codes, and this is the basic beauty things to go to South Africa rather than India.
Well, I was talking to Rajshri, who is a pilot who learned piloting in South Africa. He said that on the day that the ATR 72 crashed on 15th January, there was an aspiring pilot who demised in South Africa because the plane there crashed as well. So how high does a pilot fly when they're learning, and how is it different from actual flying? Say, is it about the altitude or is it about the type of aircraft? What is different? What is the difference between a person who's learning flying in a flying school and actually flying in an aircraft in a particular airline?
Okay. So at the time of training, the aircraft will be different. The aircraft will be like they use the small plane, like the plane is designed like that. So they basically use for the small plane means they only use for the training purpose. The Cessna 172, 152, and the procedures and the phase will be same. If you talk about the training aircraft and commercial aircraft, the process and the phase will be the same, but the level of difficulties and the size, the power of aircraft, and all those things will be different. So basically, you are running the flight, right? Because the size of the aircraft and power and the aerospace and all those things will be different. But when you will complete the flying experiences, activities, and when you will get the license, after that you will go for the airlines company, and they are conducting the commercial flight means. So you will be as a crew, and you are flying, so a passenger also. At the training time, you are flying the aircraft. You are flying the aircraft, but to learning purpose.
So, in order for Aviotrace School of Technology to have a flight school, you'd need your own runway.
Yeah, means I need your own runway, but I can rent some space. I can rent the space like government space also, like let's say Pukhara Airport. This is I don't have to buy the whole space. I can take the into the rent also, right? So like of 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. I will take. I will use as a training purpose this airspace. I can take this also.
So how realistic is that, given that the airports in Nepal have a great parking charge, right? That's what I generally hear, that the parking charge is really high in our country. So even if you take it for 2 hours, if the money that's involved would be really big.
Yes, the parking charge is high, and the charge will be dependent upon the airport location. Maybe if we talk about the Trivandrum International Airport, so the parking charge will be the high. And if he talks about the Pokhara and Gaurav Airport and some another domestic airport, the parking charge will be the less. So it's dependent upon the basically locations of the airports and how it's busy and how they are running, how they are providing the facilities, and so depending upon the facilities, location, and all those things, the price will be depend.
Okay, Moti Ram sir. We wish Aviotrace School of Technology all the best in order to get to the position that you could call yourself a flight school. And I hope that the aircraft maintenance engineering, which is extremely novel in our country and which you guys have so graciously started, runs as smoothly as it can. It was wonderful talking to you.
Okay, thank you, Professor.